Hey, how about that? It's working. All right, let's see here. YouTube side. Let's see your channel. There we go. Let's add the link. And pin it. There we go. All right. There. Everything's set up. Welcome to the return of the Friday Night Strike with your host, Night Strike. It's a show where we just chat with those on the YouTube side. We chat with those on the Facebook side because now we're Facebook live streaming on Facebook as well. We just we chat with we try and chat with everyone. So that's what we're doing with the Friday Night Strike. So you know, if you have a topic you want to talk about, as long as it's PG-13, we'll talk about it. Remember, please be civil, and if you can't be civil, my mods will take issues. So just be aware that we're trying to have a conversation here. We're trying to socialize. We're not trying to take the piss out of everyone and their brother. So if that's your only thing to do, then maybe this isn't the show for you and you should go watch somebody else. Okay? I'm just letting you know because, people complain about the mods, and the problem is that if you weren't doing anything wrong, nobody would be complaining. So just be aware. Uh-oh. G23 picked up a new firearm. Was it another Glock? No, I have mods. They just haven't shown up yet. So. Anyways, so we got Roland Trip out there. We've got G23 being the rascal that he is. Hopefully more people will jump in later. But again, as I said, we're getting back to the swing of things. So we got the Friday Night Strike here. So if there's any topics you want to talk about, go ahead and post them in the chat, or you know what else to do. So he says, guess you will have to wait for the unboxing video on it. Well, then I guess I'll never find out because I hardly ever watch your videos, G23. Sorry, it's just I don't have enough time to watch everybody's videos, unfortunately. Wish I did. I would have much more fun. But I just don't have time. So. Anyways. That was a short topic, G23. Thanks. Really, thanks. And yes, there's sarcasm there. Anyways. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Who let the Texan in here? George, you muted. You gotta mute yourself, George. You're still muted.
I just pressed unmute, and I guess when it logged me in, it muted me again. Oh well. Thanks for the link.
All right. Well, it's out there in the wild. It's not like I sent it or emailed it to you.
That's what I was trying to say when I was muted. I was trying to say that you provided the link.
The link's
so what's going on?
Nothing much. We're doing the Friday Night Strike again. We haven't done one in a long while. I've been busy, and I wouldn't say I got sick, but I had health issues. So now all that should be resolved. I feel a lot better now. So we're getting back to the swing of things. So still coughing, but it's not that bad.
Oh yeah. Hope you get a lot better soon.
No, I am better. It's that I have a chronic cough, and that's it. And I'm back to just having that chronic cough.
Yeah,
Without any mucus or coughing my lungs out. So
yes, dry cough, huh? Yeah. Those are the worst.
So, uh-oh. We got a $2 super chat from our good buddy, the Strudel brother himself, firefighter. He gives us a $2 super chat saying, I did. Hi from the factory. So he's probably on break at the factory saying hi. Or he's probably hiding in the bathroom saying hi. Hello, firefighter. Say hello to firefighter, George.
Hello, firefighter. How's it going?
There we
Hail
go.
to Imperium.
Yeah, there we go.
Long live the Emperor.
Yeah.
Death to all chaos.
Oh god, they're trying to mess up the chat because there's no mods right now. Because the mods haven't shown up yet. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Yeah, I thought Travis would already be on here before I would get here.
Well, I don't know. Defense Dad, if you want to jump in, the link's at the top of the panel. It is past the time that you should not be at work, so you don't have an excuse. My dad will jump in.
Mm-hmm.
That's just the way he is. So, anyways, what's going on with you, George? Anything new or exciting in the area of Brownsville?
Not much. Just here.
Ha! We do have a mod. Baron SVG's out there and said, "I heard you needed a mod." There we go, Baron. Thank you.
Awesome.
No, this is not a mod-free zone. This is not a mod. This is the the NS RAS. There we go. No, it's the NSAS, the Night Strike Autonomous Zone. NSAS. There we go. You had the Chaz and the Flying Rich calls his compound the Fraz. I'm calling NSAS, the Night Strike Autonomous Zone. There we go. So, anyways, but no. Uh-oh.
More mods.
We got a $5 super chat from good buddy Firefighter says, "Pray to the God Emperor Night Strike. Plus in the computer room printing reports." Ooh, that sounds like fun, Firefighter. I'm sorry to hear that you're printing reports. Yeah.
It isn't documented. It didn't happen.
Night Chef says, "Oh no, it's the fuzz. Everybody scatter." G23 says, "Too late. The sign was posted, so no mods." Nope, doesn't work that way. Doesn't work that way. You have to deal with the long arm of the law, the Baron SVG law. So
how about you, man? What are you up to?
I've been working on one of my cars lately. It hasn't. It's. I've been fixing wires because an animal got into it and decided it would build a nest.
Yeah.
And well, I got most of the wires taken care of, and I got, I've switched the battery out a couple times, but problem is it still won't start. Now the power's going out, so I'm thinking maybe the starter's bad, so I might have to replace the starter. But the problem is it's an old Mercury car, so the starter is like at the bottom left of the engine.
Yeah.
So I literally have to, jack it up just to get underneath the car to unhook the starter. It's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, I used to have a vehicle that power steering fluid was on top of the.
Yes,
that was above the starter, but it was like an oil reservoir, and I was like, "Oh, you got to take this off before you can take the freaking starter out."
And for anyone asking, yes, I have a 1998 Mercury Grand Marquis GS. What? Yeah. How did I get that? Well, it's called my grandmother died, and it didn't have an owner. That's what
inherited.
Happened.
It was an inherited vehicle.
It was an inherited vehicle. So
yeah, I hate when
and she hasn't used it in like 4 years, so I have to do a lot of work on it to get it running again. I'm probably gonna have to drain the gas, and yeah. Night Chef says have to pull the front tire on a Ford. Uh, I I don't think pulling the front tire would do it for the Mercury, honestly,
Yeah.
because the Mercuries are a little different.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I don't know why insects and animals have to love to chew on freaking wires and stuff, man.
Oh yeah,
And,
they chewed right through one wire, and they
mhm.
chewed through the vapor line hose,
Oh,
the purge vapor chamber. They
hmm,
threw they chewed through the line hose, so I had to replace the hose. It's fun.
yeah, yeah. My brother had to fix our air conditioner because like there was this section where these ants were like chewing or like getting into this. I don't know if it was the capacitor or something. I can't remember. And he had just fixed it like not too long ago, and I'm checking the air. I said, "Man, it's warm in here. What the heck?" And I called my brother to come and check it out, and he said this time he got some
Yeah.
insect repellent or insect killer and sprayed the whole heck out of it, so that way those dang ants would stay out of there.
Night Chef, I haven't even gotten that far yet. So, right now I'm trying to get the car working, and then I'm gonna deal with all the other crap. I'm like, I have to get new tags for it. I have to get probably a new license plate for it. I have to pay the taxes on it. Oh, it's gonna be so much fun once I get there. But once I get there, then I'll have a car I can use all the time instead of having to, try and juggle a car with family. So, ugh.
Yeah.
And for anyone asking, but Night Strike, you have a Highlander? Yes, I have a Highlander, but the problem is that I have family always borrowing it.
Oh man.
So, we need another car. So that's what I'm working on. The engine's fine. It's one of those the 4.6 liter V8s, because it's a 1998 Mercury Grand Marquis. It's literally got a Lincoln V8, and those engines, like, they're workhorses. They last for freaking
Yeah.
ever. It's
They
just
haul ass too.
well, they haul ass once you add a turbo to it.
Yeah.
I haven't added
Yeah.
the turbo yet. Though I'm considering changing out the air box in it and the air filter, and I'm
Mhm.
considering, putting in a turbo on that damn thing. I know it's going to cost money, but the problem is it needs a turbo. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Back in the day, we had a
Yeah.
Pontiac Grand Prix. Man, it had a
Yeah.
freaking 8 engine. It was a
Oh,
big car. It wasted like $5 a gas, a gas a day. Back in the day.
the
The
thing is,
'80s stuff.
this is the last car my grandfather bought, and before the car before this, they had like an '89 Lincoln. Okay, Lincoln Continental, and
Mm.
he wanted another one, but my grandfather didn't necessarily want to pay the price at that time because the prices on them just they went up in like '98, and he didn't like the prices. So he's like, "So what could I get that has a Lincoln engine?" They said, "Just get a Mercury Grand Marquis. They've got the same engine as a Lincoln has. It was the same 4.6 V8. You know." And my grandfather's like, "Okay." He's like, and he drove it around. He's like, "Okay, I'm sold on this. I'll get this one." You know.
Mhm.
Then he
Yeah.
died. Then he died a few years later. And it's just like,
Yeah.
oh,
Shit, that sucks.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And my grandmother passed away last year,
Mhm.
so now the car's mine, and it doesn't work, and I have to get it working. So it's a pain in the ass.
Well, at least if you get it going, you have another vehicle there.
Yeah,
If they keep borrowing your Highlander there, you can always have the Mercury there.
the G23. I've got insurance for it already. I already paid for insurance,
Cool.
so that's what I'm working on.
Well, we missed you in what's his name? Roll calls, Rant and Raves this past Wednesday.
Yeah, it's
Had a
just
good show.
he started too late for me. I was already in bed by that point.
Yeah, I was surprised he started. I thought, oh, he's not gonna do it. And I remember the last time he did do a show because I remember he just moved into his new place,
Yeah, he
so he
moved
didn't
to
have
his new
internet.
house.
He didn't have internet. I think that one time, but he did do a show last Wednesday. So I said, oh, well, he should run it again. And when I found out, he started at 10, I almost thought he wasn't. I was about to just like, okay, that's it, man. Matt
Yeah,
had was run. I was just catching Matt's end of his show, and then I said, well, I guess that's it. And then I see, bing, bro call, just started his show. It's like, oh, I got to go over there now.
Yeah, well, Night Chef says his dad had a Lincoln Mark 7 Turbo with that motor. Accidentally knocked it in neutral and rolled it into the road when I was a kid. Oops.
Oh,
Yeah. Well, the reason why my grandfather got the Grand Marquis after the Lincoln was because, well, the battery was getting really low on the Lincoln, so he hooked up the battery charger to the car, and the battery charger decided and the battery decided to cause a engine fire, and it burnt a hole straight through the engine block.
wow.
So that was the end of that car. That's why he got the Grand Marquis. Suffice to say, he was really sad that Lincoln died because that was a good car. It really was. I missed that one.
Mm-hmm.
Leather seats and all.
Yeah.
You know. But
I kind of miss my old 77 Chevy Nova. It was a good car.
Yeah, my dad
died.
My dad always goes on and on about the one car he had. What was it? What car was it? It's the Oldsmobile 442 he had.
Wow.
Yeah, he goes on and on about that one. He misses that one. He also misses his motorcycle, but that's besides the point.
Yeah.
And for anyone that asks, no, I got rid of the moped. I don't own the moped anymore. I sold it. So.
Moped, huh?
Yeah, I had a moped.
Those are cool, man.
Yeah, a friend of mine gave it to me, and I fixed it up, and I used it for a little while, and it's like, I don't really use it. I'd rather drive.
Yeah.
I mean, mopeds, motorcycles, bicycles, that kind of thing. That's really, honestly, that's if you live in a city that has, you live in a large city where you need something smaller like that because you can't get around in a car.
Yeah, I got a story here to tell you. A friend of mine had bought one because like he had part of his foot amputated and he couldn't drive at the time because his foot was healing and he was wearing a boot. And a friend of ours said, well, why don't you get a moped? You can at least drive with that. You don't have to worry about so much using your foot. So he said, yeah, okay. He got one. But then, as he was practicing driving, he kind of like was getting close to this car, tailgating this car, real close. And then all of a sudden, this car went over a 2x4. And my friend couldn't see it. It was too late. And he had an accident. He fell. He just had some scratches. He didn't like break any bones or anything, but he kind of got like, maybe I'd get a 3-wheeler instead, a trike or something. And he wasn't using it. His nephew had car problems and borrowed the moped, and so he was driving it to work and stuff, and it wasn't too far. He was less than a quarter mile, I guess, and one day his nephew's coworkers were making fun of him, like, how much gas do you spend? Oh, I spend like $5 a month. And they just looked at him like, what?
They'd be like, maybe I should get a moped.
Another friend of mine ended up getting one because he was driving from home to work. So he said, yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I won't spend gas. The only problem is like when you have bad weather, and stuff, and depending on traffic,
it sucks in the rain and in the snow, but you don't. But let's be honest, you're in Brownsville. You don't get snow off.
It's just heat and maybe rain and cold every now and then.
You don't get snow often.
No, we don't get snow often. We only got twice in my lifetime. That's all I could say. Maybe 3, but it was just flurrying in the airport, and by the time they hit the ground, it melted. So it really didn't count as snow because it didn't blanket the ground with snow and stuff,
Right.
But that was.
And Baron's asking what gun am I playing with? I'm playing with the Polymer 80 I built not too long ago.
Really?
Yeah, I showed video of it. You saw the video.
Yeah. Yeah, I
So do
remember.
you. Yeah, I'm playing with that one.
I thought you were saying you're playing with it right now.
Well, yes, I am. If you hear it, it's not a PSA dagger. It's the Polymer 80 I built. And if you don't know that one, Baron, go back on a couple of my videos. I did like a YouTube short of it.
Let's see if you can hear this one.
Is that an AK?
Nope. It's my AR.
It's an AR. Okay.
It's my Spike Tactical AR.
Nope. Yep. And Daniel's like, think of all the gas you could save, though. I know, Daniel. But again, I just didn't drive it hardly at all, and I didn't need it, so I sold it.
Yeah, those daggers are getting really popular now. I've been seeing people post on saying that they want to get one or they want to.
I'm thinking about selling mine, honestly.
Really? You already got bored of them, or what?
No, not bored of them.
I would say you're in need of funds.
I'm in need of funds right now.
Yeah.
I'm selling an AR.
If they're available, like they're not selling out like they were before, then you can always.
They're not. You can buy them. They are. It is a little. It is easier to get them, but you know.
I know, like in the past, I remember you said that when you needed money or whatever, you would sell ARs because they were easy to get. They were easy to get for you. You were able to get them, and you would customize it again. How you wanted it.
The problem is, I have 4 AR builds that don't have uppers right now.
Oh, okay.
And just because the price of uppers are right now, so I'm not building any more ARs. I gotta build those, finish building those, and once I'm done building those, then I can sell a couple and get the money back on those.
Okay.
But, I've just been holding on to those. One of them I got to finish that pistol build. I still haven't done that yet. It's just the upper I want for it is like $400. That's the problem.
Yeah, I want to get me another
I'm
AR.
thinking I may just nix the whole 9mm build altogether just because of how much the upper would be, and just go and get a 5.56 upper and just slap it on there, the 10.5 inch or 11 inch. Just be done with it.
Yeah, I've been wanting to build another AR, but I've been wanting to do Morgan's AR from The Walking Dead, the one he was using. They had that khaki.
You mean the one without the rear sight?
Yeah. Yeah, well, it was it. Yeah, it doesn't have a front sight. It's a Yankee Hill machine AR with riser or something, and it has like a red dot and stuff. Yeah. But that's when before he went into the Fear Walking Dead. It was probably when it was before they the group met Negan and stuff. He was using that, and then he got into and stuff. All life is precious and stuff. So he was no longer using, the guns. But yeah, I get what you're talking about. The ARs with the no rear sight.
Yeah, remember The Walking Dead? They'd always have an AR2 with no rear sight. We're like, how are they aiming with that?
I know it. And one time I saw this one. I was changing channels one time, and I passed through a Mexican novella, and there was these police guys coming in to raid this hospital. And I swear, there was some guys that had ARs with the A2 carrying handle, but it was in reverse. They had the rear sight in front and the front sight in the rear. And I'm the carrying handle, the other way around. And I was kind of like, what the heck? Nobody checked on this?
How's that work? I don't know.
I don't know, man, but that was weird.
I don't know how that works. I don't know how they get away with that, honestly.
Yeah. I know that sometimes, like when they do movies and TV, they try to get authentic as possible, but every time when they're dealing with like military and police, uniforms or firearms are changed, so that way they don't get mistaken for like actual police officers or something like that, or actually military. I know they do that every now and then, but they try to get authentic as they can. But that was funny, man. The carrying handle the other way around,
I know, it's funny and hilarious at the same time.
Oh yeah, but yeah, that's one of the ARs I'm thinking of wanting to build, but right now I don't have any money, so I got to set aside money for that.
Yeah, me too.
I know how it is, man. For me, it's always I never buy in complete. I always like buy the lower first, and strip lower, and then add everything that I want in it, or then I get the upper that I want stuff, and
Yep. I
you
do
don't
the
have to
same
change.
thing.
Yeah, that's why you don't have to change stuff later because you buy a complete rifle, that's cool and all, but then after a while, it's kind of like when I was playing paintball. You get a paintball gun and you're like, cool, but you know what? I'm going to change the barrel because I want to get a better barrel. This one
Hmm.
sucks. And then, I'll get this trigger, so I can shoot a little faster or
I
change
normally
mode.
don't have the problem with barrels unless it's bad, but I don't
Mm,
normally have that problem.
yeah.
So it's just normally if anything, do I want a scope? Do I want a red dot? Do I want
Mhm.
flip up sights, or do I want a carry handle? That's
Yeah.
usually what it ends up doing. And is it a and then I end up looking at it. It's like, do I have a carbine upper or a mid length upper? Because if I get a mid length where I can mount the bayonet, do I want to mount the bayonet? Yes, I want to mount the bayonet. It's a
Mhm, yeah.
rifle. It's a rifle. Damn it! It's got a bayonet lug. You mount the bayonet.
That's one thing I need for my ARs, man. I need to get some bayonets for that.
You live in Texas. You can literally have anything on your rifle. So get the damn bayonet.
Right? Yeah.
Do it right now before the prices go up on it. I tell you that.
Yeah, I've been wanting to get with was it the M9? Is this what they call it? The
Yeah,
new,
get an
the what,
M9.
current one?
Yeah, get the M9 if you can. If you can't, go with an M7.
Yeah, the M7s look pretty
You
cool
can't go
still.
wrong with the M7 or the M9, honestly.
And I always see those war movies, like where you see like World War I, and they got this long ass bayonets, it's like whoa. I remember you. I remember you for your rifle. Remember you said you put a bayonet on yours, and it was like looked like a sword.
Well, it's because I've got the World War I 1903 bayonet that Bob gave me. Uh, Biker Bob gave me, and I put it on my Garand, and it makes my Garand look like a spear. Let me
Yeah.
see if I can find that picture so we can have a good laugh on that one.
Hmm.
Let's see. Downloads. Do I have it in here? I should have it in here. No, I don't have it. Let me go get it. Get this
Hmm.
there. So for people that don't know what we're talking about, I'm talking about my M1 Garand that I got, and Biker Bob from the Daily Gun Show, one of G Web's friends, and also an old Gun Channels member. He sent me a bayonet, and and because I was gonna do a trench gun build, and I never got around to that. But he sent me the wrong type of bayonet. It was the one for the 1903 or the M1 Garand. And yeah, I figured, you know what? I'm not going to chop the blade in half.
Yeah,
Bob's
right.
not dead. He's just Canadian. So he's given up all his guns. There's a difference. Not dead, just Canadian. So, but yeah,
How's it
let's
going? Hey, that's Canadian for you there.
yeah. No, that's not
Or
Canadian.
sorry, sorry to keep
Sorry,
you waiting.
sorry.
Sorry. Would you like to come to the house and please sorry?
Yeah. Let's see. It shows up on YouTube. If it doesn't, I'll check it. So, but I also got to check Facebook, make sure we have people up there. If we have people over there, I gotta watch that too. So
Oh, one thing I was going to ask, have you been able to get any ammo for your Grand?
I've gotten some ammo lately. Yeah, is it the prices I want? No,
No.
no.
Have
But
you
I
get
I
a
need
PSA?
I need more ammo. No, I got it off arms list.
Arms list. Okay. Yeah, because I remember
I'm
you were telling
I'm
me in the past that you were
if I
checking.
if I can get some more funds, I may buy one of the sets that Royal Tiger has that they got some of the surplus they got, just
Ooh.
because they have more quantities of it.
Yeah, a friend of mine picked one up from a pawn shop. He goes to a pawn shop all the time to look for stuff. Just see. Like, oh look, they're selling this piece of a tool. That they cost more on the internet than that they're selling it here. I can flip it.
Yeah.
Or he'll buy guns. He'll look up, and every time he puts one, like, okay, I'm here to pay. He puts on layaway, and he's going to make a payment. Some guy comes like, hey, look, we just got this, and he's like,
Uh,
oh gosh, no, I want it, and he puts it on layaway.
as, as I said, George, there's the M1 Grand with the bayonet. It's literally a spear.
Oh yeah.
You see that? Though I was surprised. People used to say how heavy the M1 Garand was and whatnot. When I got it, I'm like, this is heavy. This is light as shit.
Mm.
I can run around with this all day long. Now, can I run around with all the 30-06 ammunition? You know, you got a point there. But, you know,
Yeah.
the rifle itself, it's not as heavy as people say. People say, oh, it's a heavy rifle. And I'm like, well, depends on your definition of heavy and whether you're a pansy or not.
Yeah, because because of the wood. People think they see the wood furniture on it, and they say like, "Oh, it's super heavy." No, it's not heavy.
And it's just like, you know, the M14 I've got. They said it's, the M14 is super heavy. It's like, really? It's not any heavier. It's about the same weight as a Garand. You know, yeah, it holds 20 rounds instead of 8, but you know, it's based off of the same, you know, functionality.
Yeah, I like the bayonet.
There were a couple changes here and there. You know, they added a gas piston instead of, you know how they have it with the Garand. But honestly, it's the same rifle. It really is. It's just they use a shortened cartridge. That's it. That's all it is. I mean, yeah, there are some differences between the M14 and the M1 Garand, and it's a gas system changes. They added, you know, a piston. They changed how the op rod works a little bit, but again, and they went from clips to magazines. Okay, yeah, and the M14 was a lot. It had the ability to go full auto or select fire if you know you had that option, but most of them didn't have that option because it 308 the way the M14 functioned, full auto fire was uncontrollable.
Yes, it was like you shoot
And
first round, you're dead shot. Second round, went it over, and the third one was anti-aircraft.
The problem why it was uncontrollable is because of they were trying to use the traditional rifle layout. I mean, had they been trying to use like the M14E2 stock where it's got like a front foregrip and it's got like a pistol grip in the back. I don't know if you've seen one of those. Let me see if I can get a picture of those because I'm trying to make a point here. And but I've seen reproduction stocks. They're sold all the time, and honestly, here, let's see. Just give me the picture, damn it. Okay, here. This is what I'm talking about. The M14E2 stock. Honestly, if all the M14s had something like that foregrip right there, you know, that folds up when you're not using it, and it folds back down so you could hold on to it when you're using the rifle. And if they had to set up like this, and they used this stock as the standard stock, at the beginning, and the M14 would have had better reliability. It would have they would have been able to use it easier because you got the rear pistol grip, you've got the foregrip, so you could literally hold it. It would be easier to control, in my opinion. Now, granted, this is just opinion based, so just keep aware. But these are the reproductions. You can buy these all day long. I'm considering getting one for my M14 S for the Polytech. But again, if they had used these stocks from the start with the M14s, they would have had better performance overall. Just because it's easier to use a rifle that has a foregrip like that and a pistol grip, as opposed to a traditional rifle where it has no pistol grip whatsoever. It would probably be easier and more controllable in select fire mode with this stock than it would the traditional stock. And this is just my opinion. Okay, anybody can argue with it, and that's fine. Everybody's got their opinion, but this is mine.
Yeah, I saw a picture of a guy somewhere, a police officer in Colombia or Brazil, somewhere in Colombia, and he had a similar stock to that rifle. It wasn't a M14, it was a M1 Garand.
There,
he was custom made.
See it there we go.
And I was like, whoa.
All blurry, can't see screen share. There.
And where do they sell these stocks at?
Can't argue. Cool. Sarco sells them. Who else sells them? I've seen them on Gunbroker. I've seen them on Arms List. Sarco sells them all the time.
It's nice, man.
So, But
Definitely, if I had an
but
M14, I'd get one.
but Sarco sells them unfinished, so you literally have to get the metal parts,
Okay.
and you've got to get you got to buy the foregrip separately and
Mhm.
everything. And I don't mind doing that. It's just honestly, the pistol grip stock like this would have been much better
Yeah.
if they used that on the M14 right off the bat when they introduced the M14, than introducing this later on after they literally just took them all out of service.
No, I'm sure if we ever come up with a time machine and stuff, I'd go
Yeah.
back in time and tell them, use this stock.
Make this stock, use this stock
Take
with the
this
rifle.
stock. Believe me, it will benefit you guys.
Yeah. Well, because if you look at every other 308 rifle made in the late 50s, early 60s to conform with NATO, the FAL, the HK91 or the G3, the SETME, all of them had a pistol grip stock. Now, not all of them had a foregrip, but again, they had a pistol grip stock, and that made those rifles that could go in full auto or could go in semi-auto. It made them more controllable and easier to use. Because I mean, look at the the STG 59 or what 55 or 56 or whatever it was. The SIG. I think it's the SIG. Look at look at the FAL.
Mhm.
Look at the SETME, the G3. Even though those are the same rifle overall, but the G3 was just the modern. They just the Germans were allowed to go back to Germany, and they just upgraded the SETME, added better parts and whatnot.
Yeah, it
Changed the rear sight to diopter sight.
it reminds of the Falkland Islands when
Yeah.
the British went in with the Falls and they were semi-auto, and the Falklands, the other guys had automatic. I mean, they had fully automatic, and the British, when they would pick up some of the enemies, the Falls, they're like, hey, look, it's full auto. That's pretty cool. But they would also, they were not used to shooting full auto, and you know how it starts to jump up and stuff. It's like, dang.
So that's what I'm saying. If they had used this stock right off the bat for the M14, they would have had much better performance and better. I would argue that it would have been easier to shoot in select fire mode with this kind of setup, just because you've got the foregrip right there. It folds forward when you're not using it.
Yeah, it folds up, and you don't, like
if it folds up, and you could just again, they got the bipod on this one. So the bipod comes out. What else? They also got the grenade launcher on there too. What else? They the pistol, as again, you got the pistol grip there to make it easier to use. Honestly, this setup would have worked just fine. It would have been just awesome. But they didn't go with this. They didn't go with this. They decided they just go switch with the M16 instead, and use 22 ammo. And I'm like, okay, 223 or 5.56 is literally just 22. Okay, it's just a different type of 22 than 22 LR, but it's still 22 because 223. Okay, what are the first two numbers? 22.
22.
So, but again, just my argument there for that. I think this would have done much better if they'd used that off the bat instead of going traditional rifle stock, because the traditional rifle stock made it harder for them to use the rifle, right? Because they said they couldn't fire it in select fire mode because it was too uncontrollable. Well, it's uncontrollable because they had a traditional rifle stock on it.
Yeah, they said that soldiers would have to really train more to practice on that, and you're just wasting a lot of ammo on that.
And if you looked at every other rifle made in the late 50s that was part of NATO, that was trying to build a rifle to conform with NATO, all of them used a pistol grip style stock. So there has to be something said about a pistol grip rifle. It's nowadays a rifle has to have a pistol grip if you're going to use it in war, because it's literally the standard now. It doesn't matter what caliber. It's literally the standard. Look at every rifle every country is using. Odds are you'll see a pistol grip on it. And the pistol grip makes it easier to control the rifle. It just does. Anyways, that's just my opinion. I mean, you guys can argue all day long. I don't mind, but again, opinion. I don't need to. I'll just buy one of these stocks.
Yeah, it's like imagine having an AR with no pistol grip. They do make them, but I mean, they just look odd.
Daniel, go Duke in your trash can. It sounds like you need to. What's it? STG 57. That's the one I was thinking of. STG 57 was the SIG 510, more or less. You've seen it on Forgotten Weapons. I'll screen share it because again, as I was saying, everybody figured this out other than the United States. They built this to conform with NATO too, even though SIG was originally a Swiss company that went to Germany. But thing is, they built this rifle, and a couple of countries adopted it and adopted 308 because they were part of NATO. And yeah, that's the STG 57 or the SIG 510. It's got a pistol grip. Okay.
Maybe the U.S. wanted to do the traditional, rifle stock, without a pistol grip. They just didn't. They wanted to go with that instead of having a pistol grip. I don't know.
I'm trying to get this working so people can see it because people are complaining it's blurry. Mm-hmm. So there we go. But
again, yeah, it's good for me.
The SIG, 57. All right. It's just like
ooh, nice background. I like it.
Wikipedia. Let's look up the foul, okay? FN foul. All right, look at the foul. See the pistol grip?
Look at that.
You see the pistol grip? Yeah, the charging handle's on the other side, but it's got a pistol grip. All right. Now, again, let's go back to Wikipedia. Set me.
A friend of mine has one.
I've got one.
Ooh, nice.
Set me Model 58. I should basically set me C. Let's see.
There we go. There's a picture of it right there.
Yeah, there's a picture right there, but I was hoping for a better picture. But no, more or less, that's what it looks like. Okay. You notice how it's got a pistol grip? Okay. Now, let's go with the last battle rifle, literally, of NATO. The G3. It's similar to the SETME.
Oh, yeah. G3.
Look. A pistol grip. As I said, if you're going to use a select fire 308 rifle, or if you want to go 7.62 by 51 millimeter NATO because you want to be NATO, it's fine. It's still 308. It's just different pressure 308. More or less, you see how every rifle I've shown you has a pistol grip. Mm-hmm. Okay, it's my point that if you're going to have a select fire rifle in 7.62 by 51 or 308, you're gonna need a pistol grip on it in order to have it be controllable. And they didn't do that for the M14 because look at the M14 here. I'll go M14. And weapons, not the rocket, but the rifle. They went with that. Everybody else had a pistol grip rifle. They went with the U.S. military. Went with this. This is why I'm making a point. See, there's no pistol grip.
Yep.
That stock right there would have been better than that.
Do you think if they would have gone with a pistol grip, they may not have taken?
They may not have adopted
M16.
The M16.
No. Yeah, they may not adopt the M16.
They wouldn't have needed to.
Yeah.
That's my point. Okay, we'll move on, but that's the point I wanted to make, guys.
Remember, kids, guns are fun and wonderful for all ages.
Well, Daniel, you're not duking enough, so you need to change that. So, but that's just my my rant on battle rifles from the late 50s. It's just like everybody else went with the pistol grip stock. The United States went with the traditional rifle stock, and because of the weird angle the pistol grip is in, they I couldn't control the rifle.
Yep.
There might be something to that, Anyways, moving on. Anybody else got anything to talk about? Any other? And talk about guns, ammo, anything? It's cool.
I don't know.
No, Daniel, I'm not spying on you. You're not that interesting.
I spy with my.
No, we're not doing I Spy. Not tonight.
No, I'm just joking on that.
Oh boy. No, I saw that, Daniel. I got the text messages the minute it happened. Because, I talk to Honda infrequently via text messages with everybody else. It's not like they don't get a hold of me and we don't talk. It's just I just
What
don't
happened with
join
Honda?
all their chats all the time because
Oh, okay.
you
I know
know
what you're talking about.
you guys know why. It's just Honda got smited twice for something he said.
Yeah, he said that his next show was going to be on some other platform or something, and
All right. Firefighter saying best non-American World War II rifle and pistol. Go. Ooh. Ooh. Um. Okay. The Enfield and the what was what was also the revolver? What was that? The what was the English revolver of World War II?
oh, jeez, I don't know. I'm drawing a blank.
It's the what was it? It was not the Enfield. It was. I mean, the Webley. Yes, Baroness McGee.
Webley.
The Webley.
Jeez, why was I thinking that? And I was like, wasn't sure.
The Webley and the Enfield. I'm gonna go just because the Enfield bolt action they used. I think it's the number 4 Mark 1. That was pretty good. For a bolt action, and the Webley. Now the funny thing about the Webley is they were having problems getting the 45 the caliber the what is it? I think it's 45 Webley or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
They were having problems. So what they did was I think they had like there's like 455 Webley. What they did was they rechambered it so it would accept 45 ACP in the war because they could get more 45 ACP ammo from the Americans than they could the 455 Webley because the Americans could pump more stuff out than England could at that time because they were surrounded. But they weren't surrounded, but they had a harder time early on in the war. So I would say the Webley because it could use 45 and the just the Enfield. Those are two good guns of World War II that aren't Axis, and are respectable guns in themselves. Because I'd rather have a Webley and an Enfield than I would like let's say a Nambu and a Type 99. No, I'm not going to show that on I'm not going to show that, Daniel. I'm not going to show that. So, not tonight. I'm not showing that kind of stuff on my channel. Sorry. You can tell people to go to the Discord and look at it if they want to, but I am not putting that on my show. Sorry. But yeah. I mean, George, if you had to choose between a rifle and a pistol from World War II, what would be your picks? It can't be American.
Yeah, it can't be American. World War II, I think I'd go with the Nagant rifle.
Nagant? All right.
Yeah, I'd go with a pistol, Nagant pistol.
A Nagant pistol and a Nagant rifle.
Yeah.
Those are solid choices. I will give you that. Especially since during World War II they not rechambered, they retooled some of the Nagant pistols to accept silencers. You know that?
Mm-hmm. No, I did not.
Wow. Suppressors. Excuse me.
Suppressors. Okay.
Yeah, not silencers. Suppressors.
Though I would have hated to be one of the soldiers being issued, a rifle, because it'd be like, okay, you got a rifle and you get the clip. You got the rifle, you get the clip. I said, what did I get a clip for? I want a rifle with it.
Well, the funny thing is, if you got like the Nagant that I would want to be issued in World War II, if I was going to be issued Nagant, would be the M44. Or the M38, the M44, that variant rifle, because it's shorter, it's easier, it's lighter than the 9130. Because I will tell you this, most wood stock rifles, I don't complain about being heavy, but the 9130 is kind of a monster.
Yes, they're long, man.
They're long.
Has the shorter one.
It's not. I'm not complaining that it's heavy. It's just bulky. Okay.
Yeah.
And bulky I can see where someone would have trouble. And the issue is the M44 is short enough. It's as short as a normal rifle is these days. Okay. So you would have more of an advantage using it in like battles like Stalingrad, where literally the whole you're literally in a cityscape, but half the city's been destroyed by artillery, tanks, and the occasional bombing. So a shorter rifle that you can run down alleys and other areas would be more advantageous. I get that. But since everybody's out there in the chat, what's your favorite World War II rifle that's not American, and your favorite World War II pistol that's not American? Why don't we go with that?
I wish Warsaw Patriot here so I could hear his.
Well, his would all be Polish. He
yeah, no, that's what I said.
His favorite pistol would be the what is it that the Liberator, and his favorite rifle would be what was off of the next the Dead Nazi.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm joking, obviously. Yeah. No, but but again,
yeah, I'm surprised he's not here. I'd figure that you do a show that he would jump in.
The MP38, was that a rifle? I thought the MP38 was a submachine gun.
Yeah, isn't it German?
No, Daniel, don't make fun of him. Don't make fun of him, Daniel.
No.
Come on, man.
Let's not make fun of people.
He's like, I mean, by our laws, it's a rifle. Yeah, short-barreled rifle. Let's see, let me look up the MP38. I'm not sure I know which one that is. I know the MP40 is a submachine gun.
Yeah, that's true.
You're talking about the MP30, No, you're talking about the MP40. You know, the 38 variant.
Now, if you're talking about a
It
P38, you're
basically
talking
looks
about
like the
Hanover.
same. It's basically the same as the MP40. I know he does. I know he does, Daniel. But you know, yeah, no. I get that. I get that, Daniel. I know. I know what you're talking about now because you know I didn't know if it was German you were talking about or if you were talking about some other country's, you know, gun. But since you mentioned you know MP, that's probably German. So yeah, they made changes to the MP38 and it became the MP40 because they wanted to mass produce them and they needed to be cost effective. So they had to make a lot of changes from the 38 to the 40. I don't know. I've only seen pictures of the MP40. I've never seen actual pictures of the 38. So okay, Daniel, we get it. Just knock it off, all right? We get your point. Your point has been made. Let's move on. Let's move on to the conversation. So okay. Baron is saying the Sten gun and a high power. High power technically is American because John Mose is Browning.
That's right.
Sten gun. All right, I'll let you guys have the submachine gun. So any submachine gun or World War II, you know, you like, or a rifle. I mean, we'll extend it. And any pistol. Again, I will make fun of you if you say the Type 99 Arisaka and the Nambu. It doesn't matter which Nambu. Any Nambu and any Arisaka rifle, I will make fun of you. Unless it's the Arisaka with the anti-aircraft sights. Then that's kind of cool.
The Naboo.
The Nambu.
Oh, the Nambu. I thought you meant Naboo like in Star Wars. Just joking.
So. No, Nambu. You know what the Nambu pistols are. The pistols you didn't want to use in the Japanese military, but you got issued anyways. You would much rather have any rifle the normal conscripts had if you were issued, you know, as an officer, one of those Nambu pistols.
Mm-hmm.
Is what was it? There's the Nambu Type 94, and then there was the Model 14 and the Type 94. Neither of which you really wanted to use. Model 14 was more common, but the Model 14 was like the Japanese attempt at making a, you know, a Japanese style Luger, more or less. I mean, I'd rather have a Type 14 Nambu over a Type 94. If you're gonna ask what a Type 94 looks like, here let's do some show and tell. Yeah, Night Strike. They bought their own pistols. Yeah, no, you're right, Daniel. You know, a lot of Japanese officers, if they could afford it, bought their own pistols and used their own pistols than using their issued Nambu pistols because, yeah, no one wanted them.
Mm-hmm.
This is the 94. They're not good pistols. They only made like I think 71,000 of these, the 94s. Look at that. Is that a pistol you would want? No.
No. I'll take a high point.
No. No. The 94s were built to replace the type of the 14s, and they had more of these. These are This is the Model 14 Nambu pistol, and yeah,
Almost looks like a Luger.
it looks a lot like a Luger, like a Japanese attempt at a Luger, but the problem is it's blowback instead of toggle lock. But the problem is they weren't reliable. Some of them literally blew up in officers' hands.
Oh, ouch.
Yeah, they didn't. These have a reputation of not being good pistols. They just don't. I'm gonna. It's a little blurry, so I'll rescreen share so people can see it. I don't know what's going on with the screen share tonight. It's just not working. I'm gonna have to.
Yeah, I see that it takes a while to log on to come on.
Yeah, I'm gonna work on it. So, but there. This is the type. I guess the Model 4. They call it Model 14, but it's the Type 14. The Type 14. All right, it's supposed to be based on the C96 and the Luger. But and then they tried phasing it out with the Type 94, and well, let's be honest, that does not really look like a great pistol in itself. And that pistol also had problems.
It looks like a Frankenstein, man.
Yeah. They didn't make many of these. These weren't made many because both just the Nambu pistols, just the whole number, a whole lot of them, they didn't work well at all. Just not at all. So,
wow.
Anyways, well, this is a hit or miss, Daniel. So, Firefighter is saying best Cold War pistol and rifle combo, NATO versus Comblock. Yeah, we're not going there tonight. We'll do that. We'll do that next week. So, we got an hour yet? If we've got an hour, we can go.
Think so.
I think we have. So, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna wind this down, get on out of here. Let everyone have a good weekend. Let everyone have a good evening, and we'll see everyone Tuesday, and we'll try to do another one. Try to do another one on Friday. So, with that, thank you everyone for hanging out with us this evening. We're getting back to doing the Friday Night Strike. So, with that, we will see you guys later. You guys take it easy, and again,
take care. Don't be square.
Thou shalt not be infringed. No fringes.
Ever.
Never.
Shall not be infringed.
Shall not be infringed. So, anyways.
As roll call would say, no fringes. No fringes.
No fringes. And roll call will show you the door. He will.
Adios, Felicia.
Adios, Felicia. Te amo, Felicia.
Te amo, Felicia.
And remember, George. Felicia Navidad.
Felicia Navidad. There you go. Felicia Navidad.
How do I turn this damn thing off?
I know.